Pause the
One.
thing.
Okay, so good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Archon Super Series. Today we have Team Acer's MMA on the show. We're just trying to get him into a Skype call. So it should be a really great show today. We got, as I said, MMA. Just recently made it to the round of 8 in the GSL. And yeah, should be some great games. So I'm just trying to get in contact with MMA. While we're waiting, just set up for the first game.
$10 is on Nimbus.
You know, I think we might see
It's gonna be on Nimbus.
Yeah. I think we might see all our games on Nimbus.
With Guitars and Cricketer as Archon number 1. Okay, so looks like MMA is gonna just be a very brief moment. This is the time to tell all your friends to come on and play against him.
Exactly. So we need as many community members in on this as possible. Otherwise, how are we going to create great games? We can't do it without your help. Okay. Well, like usual, we're having difficulty. It says to call him now. Okay. Hello, MMA.
Oh, there we get to see his beautiful face. Give us his. Oh, that was awkward. Everyone pretend he's smiling at you.
So, hello, MMA. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome to the Archon Super Series.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, we can. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So, congratulations on making it to the round of 8 in the GSL.
Thank you.
And
are you going to beat up MC, or is MC going to beat up you?
Sorry?
She wants to know if you think you or MC are going to make it further in the tournament.
I heard that from MC.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Good.
Very good. So when we're doing the Archon series, you're going to be playing against your fans. So do you have anything to say to them before we start?
Enjoy Archon series. Have fun.
Okay, very good. So you heard it, everyone. Have some fun playing against MMA, and we'll get right into the games. Thanks. What a great guy. Okay, so for our first match, we're obviously going to have MMA in here.
He's still invite to party. No, tell him his English is beautiful. And then next time we want to see his beautiful face. And his dazzling smile.
So who's coming in first?
Guitars and Cricketer.
Okay, so two veterans of the Archon Super Series. We have Set Guitars to Kill and Cricketer.
Can you close that thing?
Oh, Squirg. Is that... Yeah, Squirg. This is the Archon Super Series where you get to play against your favorite pro gamers. Today we have MMA on the show, and
He's probably going to win most of these games. And by
It's-
most, I'm going to predict all, but you never know.
It's very possible that he'll win all of them. But basically what happens is we go into Legacy of the Void Fan Alpha Archon mode, and we're going to have MMA against 2 or more viewers. Okay, so
Oh, look at that. Guitars picks pink.
good.
His
So to
favorite.
To start things off, we're going to have a ZVT
On Nimbus. Okay.
on Nimbus. And hey, Kurt Wheeler, welcome. If you want to come on the show, feel free to just join the group Play with the Pros on the North American server.
Yes. It is the group, not the channel. Group. We're having a shortage of viewers, like always.
Yes.
Ooh, there's Jaqueline.
Yes, our wonderful moderator, Tacit Paradox. Also known as Jaqueline, also known as the Trash Lord.
Okay, in the bottom right, we have the fiery red MMA. And in the top left, the blueberry blue. Yeah, I stole that from the Fabucon. Secateurs to kill and cricketer.
And yes, so much SCV.
So difference, if you're not aware of, you start with 12 workers instead of 6.
Yep, it's a pretty huge difference in terms of economy. And Whaleburger, the group is Play with the Pros on the North American server.
That is with spaces.
Yep. And Kurt, we do not care what level you play at. We just want people to play.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It's a community event. Everyone's welcome. And we just got some hearts and love going out to MMA, which is very unlike what we had for MC, where people sent out.
Yeah, what would you call those?
It's not necessarily hate, but it was some hearty trash talk.
Okay. Hearty trash talk it is.
We got a triple hatch before pool against fairly fast barracks and double gas. So I expect some sort of cheese coming out of this. Possibly a...
kind of surprising. Maybe it's just going to go quick factory right into tech lab to get those cyclones out.
Yeah, it's very possible. We don't have the Herc rushes possible anymore just because the Herc is no longer in the game. But, that's going to be a tech lab and a fast factory.
So this is potentially fastest cyclone possible.
Yeah,
we
it's
don't
going
know
to
for
be
sure.
a very fast cyclone rush against triple hatch before pool. But as long as they get Zergling's speed up relatively quickly, they shouldn't do too bad against this.
Yeah, well, they're going to need just 100 more gas.
Yeah.
No big deal.
The nice thing is this is a very long map and they're cross positions, so the cyclone will take a while to get there, even though it's relatively fast. That
Overlord, I don't know if it's coming in at the...
This one?
What is it? Where is it headed?
I'm not sure. But it is...
Over there.
Yeah, it's headed in this direction. It's not going to see the factory.
So yeah, it's not going to see it quite yet, but they are going to see that the command center hasn't been started until right now.
But they know the timing, and that's
kind of a tell in itself.
Yeah, that's if anything even more important.
So speed has been started, which is important. What? Ooh, researching. I don't recognize that picture.
That is the increased range on the cyclone.
Yeah. Oh god.
Yeah, so MMA is going straight douche on this one. And I can respect that because the Cyclone is a really annoying unit. Kurt, we have not yet had Polton. We would like to, but we're always really dependent on the schedule and of the pro gamer and whether or not they even want to come on our show.
Yeah, if you didn't notice, we're a little bit newer in this scene. So they're like, who is this? That's a very interesting drone formate.
Oh, there they
okay.
go. Well, they were hugging that larva because they really wanted to keep it safe.
One of them badly wanted to become a hatchery. Okay, so now speed's about to finish, so this is going to be shut down pretty quick.
Yeah, and MMA is... Oh, okay. Well, MMA is continuing with the Cyclone production, so this is actually looking pretty good for our Archon team.
Okay, so they're going to need a few more links, but
Yes.
I think they'll be safe for sure.
They have 10 in production now, plus these ones right here. So they'll be able to buffer against it and then overrun it once they get those lings out. Especially if they get a surround on these, which they almost had.
Oh, they have so much health, though.
Yeah, they do.
Like 200 health.
Oh. And so going back to having Polt on the show, if you want to see someone, just tweet at them. We need as much community support to make this work as possible. So
and, go ahead.
So oh, actually, we've already invited Crank, but what was I saying?
That we need community support.
Yeah, we need as much community support as possible. So if you guys are telling your favorite pro gamers to come on the show, maybe they'll get in contact with us or respond when we ask them.
Yeah, having a response would be great. Okay, so they have the creep connecting their third base now, which is great.
Yes,
because all too often, we see, Zerg takes quick third hatch.
Oh my god, the door's open. The door's open.
Oh my god. Oh. No, they're not getting in there. Well, maybe. No way. Okay, so anyway, often we see the Zerg take a quick third hatch. And then light harassment comes up, but there's no creep. So the queens take like 10 years to get there. Okay. So that's quite a few lings. Yes. I don't know if that sea chain can cover the entirety of that orbital.
No, it can't, but between the cyclones and the tank, it's more than enough to deflect these lings. So it looks like we're just going into a bit of a, not quite a stalemate, but, they just can't...
A gentleman's agreement.
Yeah, they both agree that they can't really engage each other yet, so we got the Zerg making more drones, actually building a lot of spores. Maybe they really don't want to deal with those the banshees. Drops. Oh yeah, oh my god.
Oh wow. This is different. Generally you don't use your drones like this, but it's still something you can do.
Are these cyclone drops? Oh, tank drops.
Okay. So this is gonna be fun. Now tanks can be dropped in siege mode now.
Yes, but this is interesting because when they're in siege mode, they actually... Oh, those are 2 cyclones. But when they're in siege mode, they actually take up an entire medevac. So if he sieges them up, he'll only be able to grab one of them.
Okay, so... I mean, the Spire... It's only halfway done. We'll see what they can get done with this. It's gonna... Alright, so not sieging up quite yet.
Oh.
Okay.
And they're just gonna get out of there.
So links scare them off.
Yep.
That's pretty scary.
Oh, and the roaches. You think we're gonna see some Ravagers? Actually, we might see some lurkers. Not lurkers. New Swarm Host?
Yes. That is something we have not really yet seen a lot of in the Archon series.
No.
But I would really be interested in seeing either the Pro or Archon make use of.
The Flying Locust Swarm Host?
Yes, because there's a great place to harass.
Yeah, you could totally snipe the natural from here. You could probably even get the third from up here.
Yeah, right by the Tasteless Secret Hallway.
Yep.
Which this Ling is going through right now.
Wow, that is...
Wow.
Did he scout the...
I don't think he saw the Spire.
Where is
Did
the
he
Spire?
see the Spire?
No, he didn't see the Spire. It's probably just his pro gamer
Yeah,
intuition.
he probably just knows.
I mean, there's only so long that a Zerg can go without Spire and a ZVT just because drops are such a huge issue.
So they have nice creep coming up directly the center of the map.
Yeah, and they're going to have this this fourth base connected soon, and they could go and connect the fifth, but it seems like they don't really care that much. And we got Corruptors, and they have that new active ability. They could be going around to snipe some bases. Kind of like the Zerg Void Ray.
Except different.
Quad Widowmine drop. They're going to need a quick reaction on this one.
So this could do a lot of damage. Okay, so we dropped 1, 2. All 4 in the natural. No, pick one, move on to the main.
That medevac's going down.
Yes, it is for sure. Oh, ooh.
Okay, so that could have been a lot worse. We got 6 kills there, 0 kills on that one. They're going to reset soon.
Yeah, but they still have the spore there.
Yeah.
And they can just get a couple wings. We'll take them out real quick. So we got a moderate force of Zerg coming around. I was a little surprised they don't have centrifugal hooks already.
Yeah,
but,
me too.
No big deal. So where are the Bane lanes? Where are the Bane lanes? Okay, so this is gonna get turned right around. Oh, those Corruptors got hit pretty difficultly. Pretty hard.
Yes. Yeah, they're just still extending that single creep line, but getting a little of a spread over here. That's now connected, which is great.
Okay, so they're just about to finish. I don't know what the actual name, like bonus energy.
Oh, pathogen
Oh, yeah,
glands?
pathogen glands.
Yep. So we're going to see some infester use.
They're getting the hive, too. So I guess they must be thinking about getting 3-3. I'm not sure what that was about.
Yeah, what happened there? Oh.
Nice catch on 2 cyclones. Every little bit helps.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna get away, but like you said, every little bit just chipping away at our pro.
Well, they don't want to. He doesn't want to engage on creep, really.
No.
Whether you're pro or not.
Oh, he's just trying to clear up that creep.
So all the active tumors in that area, I think, are now dead.
Got a greater spire coming up. And yes, all the active tumors over there are dead. And he's just picking off as many free units as he can, just because he's Korean and he has a lot of APM.
Yeah, I do too when I, take a rolling pin over my keyboard.
Yeah. That's one of the best ways to increase your actions per minute.
All right, so we got some battle cruisers coming up. That's great because they have a new interesting ability where they can teleport for 150 or 125 energy to anywhere on the map. All right, looks like MMA is looking to engage here. They've got to be careful about where they take this engagement.
Yes,
especially once those tanks siege up.
Depending on the fungals, this could go really, really terribly.
Okay, not too bad there. The Corruptors not doing quite as much as I thought they were going to do.
The Brood Lord switch.
Right over the Thors. Okay.
Well, the Thors are distracted.
Well, I guess all the roaches are going to use those drones. No, it's just a drone transfer.
Oh, God. Okay, so it looks like MMA might just clean this up before his battle cruiser switch happens.
Well, a couple more roaches are coming out.
Yes, but they're splitting up all the bases and they're just walking to their doom.
This is looking a little dire right now for our Archon, but we got 60 lings on the way, and I'm not so sure 60 lings is going to do it, actually.
Maybe the friendly fire from the tanks. No, I don't think so. I think this is it. They're trying to decide whose fault it is.
Okay, so consensus let's be that it was cricketers.
Oh, battle cruisers.
I don't even think he's going to get to use them. He just flies past one of the bases and you get it.
But they made an appearance.
That's
They
all
are
that really
on
matters.
the creep, so our Archon team knows that there were battle cruisers on the way. We have a single swarm host.
I would be very shocked if that one swarm host could turn this all around. That one swarm host and 10 roaches.
I would be too, but you know, we will see.
Okay, so we're pretty much just waiting for them to GG out here.
Yeah, that is the game. But let's see what. Oh, we got. This is a base race. This is going to be a base race, and it's going to be one queen, one swarm host, and about 15 drones. Let's see if they
I
can
think that's
win.
actually 13, but okay.
Okay, well, mathematics.
I think it goes in like the rows are an 8.
That makes sense.
Okay, let's see how much work these drones can get done.
Oh god, the Widow Mine. The battle cruisers just doing some serious work. Does MMA know about that expansion?
He just like barely flew by it with the battle cruisers.
Okay, yeah. So he saw the creep.
Oh, they're so close to getting that command center. It's burning. Not anymore.
No.
SCVs repair.
SCVs, they're pretty good. One
Okay,
of the best
so there we go.
units in the
GG.
And that
Game
is
one.
GG.
Goes to MMA. All right, that was a pretty drawn out base trade, but no problem. Okay, so up next we have Banana and oh crap, who is it? Banana and Friend. Where's Friend? Friend isn't on anymore.
Oh, okay. Can you ask Banana where the friend is?
Oh, here we go. Okay, Banana says he's ready.
Okay.
He or she is ready. So just invite Banana and hopefully Friend gets invited through Banana. Banana.
Okay, and who is the friend? But while we're waiting, I'm just going to, reinforce the fact that we need all of you guys to, tell your friends, come play, keep watching. Any of those three things, we'd really like you guys to do because it'd help us out a lot.
Yeah, anything else that's creative and you think that would help us, that'd be great.
Tell people on Reddit that we're really cool or that our series is cool. I don't care what you think about us. You could think we're terrible, but
I don't know how I feel with that one.
Okay, go on Reddit, say that Nick is an atrocious caster, Susan's really cool, but the idea is solid. Okay, so we're going to have another ZVT. And good night, Cricketer. Thanks for joining. So we're going to get right into this next game.
So we got another ZVT. Now, normally the goal is make it past 10 minutes.
Yes.
Apparently we do not have game sounds.
Huh, that's odd.
Let's turn them up a bit.
Yeah, I'll turn up the game sounds as soon as we get in there. We're definitely hearing them on our end. Sound issues are a very common occurrence on this stream, though.
And on many others, but
Yes.
we do our best. So if you have something you want to tell us about anything, like for quality purposes, just say so. Because we need to know, otherwise we can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the top right-hand corner, we have the bright red ACER MMA. I need to think something else to say other than what did I say last time? Fiery red?
Yes.
In the bottom left, we have our cobalt blue Archon, Banana, and Calv. Is it Calv?
I
hope it was
believe so.
Calv. So Banana.
Calva.
Okay, Calva.
taking the role of the Archon. So they're going for a fairly greedy opening, not quite as greedy as the triple hatch before pool, although it looks like they might still be doing that, just with gas. Oh no,
Even
that's a
greedier.
scout. That's a scout.
I was gonna be like, I hope that's a proxy hatch. That'd be crazy. Whaleburger.
Whaleburger, we would love to have you play.
Yeah, we would absolutely love to have you play. You just join the group, play with the pros. We shove you in some game.
Yep.
Usually, we don't have enough people. It's normally like, okay, who else can we put in with the Templar and or set guitars? But I mean, both of them are gone right now. But Javiem's here, and last time I volunteered to be the bonus person.
Yes. So, MMA is going for a bit greedier of a build. He's not going for the quick Cyclone this time, just a fast command center. Getting his barracks up, playing pretty standard. I'm sure he'll get his orbital as soon as possible because they're pretty darn good.
Okay, one quick comment to Whaleburger. You don't need to know anyone. We'll just throw someone in there with you.
Yep. We will have have another solo person go with you, or you can join 2 other people to make a group of 3.
Or 4 or 5.
Yep. Actually, I think we max out at 4.
Do we?
I think 4 is the max now.
Oh, okay.
We got a factory coming up, so we may once again see Cyclones.
We won't be fast as Cyclones possible this time, though. We don't have the tech lag pre-building quite yet.
That's true. Although tech labs are relatively quick to build.
Oh. Well, I guess I don't really know the timings that well. Oh, whoa. Leaving that drone there
Yeah,
to
getting some
spot.
vision. Oh no, it's a reactor and into a 3rd CC. So probably just some Hellions for map control, slow down the creep spread.
Now, I wonder if our Archons will recognize how greedy MMA is being and then try and harass him for it. Because normally, it's like the pro harasses the Archon. Oh, that poor drone.
Oh yeah, this is almost definitely going to be a Hellion map control build. It's very similar to just the standard ZVT in Heart of the Swarm, except faster because it started with 12's SCVs. And unfortunately, I don't think there's much that the Zerg can do to harass this. Unless they go for a big Baneling bust. Which I guess is possible. I was going to say Ravagers, but they canceled the Roach Warren. Yeah, big Baneling bust could be possible, but Hellions behind the wall really screw that up. So he's just sending his lings around, I think, spotting for drops, or... Yeah, probably just spotting for drops.
I think Ravagers probably would have been the better choice here. Because they have the active ability that they can shoot over things.
Yes.
And you can't just have Hellions behind a wall.
That's true.
Protected, nice and safe. Okay, so it looks like Hellions are coming out to harass.
Oh, and Zergling had no chance.
So the 3rd base, not even half done. Creep. While, I mean, it's on the way. But depending on how many more Hellions come on down here, that might get canceled.
Yeah. Well, it's probably not going to get canceled. Oh. But the Zerg is going to have to take some heavy losses to defend it. I would have liked to see more Queen production, but they went straight into Lair with only 3 Queen. Oh, this is a Hellbat timing. This is going to hurt. They need to make some Banelings right now.
Oh, there we go. 10 Banelings right on the way. Except that Queen is solo, and those Banelings are so exposed and all going to die before they hatch. Okay. So that is not good.
No, this...
So they may just decide to ditch the 3rd.
Yes.
Because, well, they really need to take care of this.
Yeah, they need these Banelings to morph. So having the 3rd there will buy them some time. They are probably going to have to let it go down.
More Queens would have helped immensely.
Yeah, you really do need like a 5 queen. Oh,
Okay.
banelings.
Here we are. Let's see the connections. Those are pretty good connections.
That was
okay.
about as good
Clean
as
up.
they could have
Beautiful.
asked for. They didn't even lose the third.
The third hatch is safe.
Having said that, MMA already has his third up and fully well, not fully saturated, but quite saturated.
Plus 3 mules.
Yeah.
Oh, that one ling!
Oh,
what a champion. Got 1 SCV. Okay, so we got a small force of lings coming down the Tasteless Secret Hallway. Probably trying to get just a couple more SCVs, but I have a feeling MMA might be paying attention.
Yeah, he's pretty good at this game.
That's what I hear.
Getting blue flame, getting that the targeting optics, also known as make your cyclones even more annoying. But now that this game has sort of stabilized, oh my god.
Oh my.
That was
very nice.
That was pretty nice.
Very nice. That was took out a lot of workers there and the mules. So that was a nice pickup for Archon. I would like to see them take on their base soon, though. 3 base versus 3 base is generally not what you want when you're the Zerg.
Especially since you just mine these bases out so much quicker now with the reduced minerals per patch. And that Zergling is just doing some exercise. Getting his workouts.
That one's overweight. Yeah.
Oh.
He's gonna go do the Stairmaster. Okay, so those banelings are not really meant to
oh god,
attack range cyclones.
Okay, so the banelings have speed now and they can catch the cyclones, but
they're not very good against them.
No, not particularly. Yeah, since they are armored, the banelings don't have that bonus damage, but it looks like they're getting ready for another sort of baneling flank down here as soon as they can deal with this situation.
Well, there are 2 of them, remember. So this is the really nice thing about playing Archon mode. This is where the benefits outweigh the difficulty in getting past the early game. You can have one person completely concentrate on another nice connection for the Archons.
Great.
So you have one person completely focused on harass or macro, and the other on anything else. And you know what? MMA, he's super good, but he still doesn't have 2 screens and 2 different sets of eyes. This is a lot of Hellions.
Yes, and they're going to roast that entire base.
Are they going to transform into Hellbats or just... Okay, so it's going to...
Oh,
okay, so into Hellbats.
That didn't get as much done as it could have.
Well, they had a pretty good reaction with the mutas.
Yeah, most of the drones got away.
Okay,
and that was kind of a desperation move by MMA just because he lost so many workers there. He really needed to do some damage to come back from it. And they have another baneling flank coming down the secret hallway.
That's really nice of our Archons to realize he is just not addressing the what was that word? The vulnerability of this area.
Yeah.
And once again, another beautiful hit for our Archons. And I like that they've double expanded so that they have a 4th and a 5th ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, what a baneling. This unit does exist in Heart of the Storm, so he knows what it is. But now, okay, so there are 4 Thors on their base. What do they have to deal with this?
They have...
You don't want to use the Mutalisk without any ground support.
No. I mean, they could magic box, but it's 9 mutas against 4 Thors, and that's just not...
Then you're basically magic lining with each Thor. Okay, so the mutas are doing a good job turning them around, so buying more time for them to make more units to kill the Thors that are trying to kill them.
Yes. Because, I mean, our Archons were essentially trading their army for an economic advantage. So they just need to survive until that economy advantage really kicks in.
This is a lot of Thors. He's got a lot of Thors. He has 8 Thors. He has 8 Thors.
And Thors are just so good against mutas.
That's like most of his army right there. He has 4 Hellions and 1 Marine for support.
Oh, God. 1.
Okay, so let's see if we get a reaction out of our Archons. Okay, so good surround. Those Hellions are dead.
Yeah, and they
Okay.
actually didn't do that much. I think MMA is quite distracted.
I don't blame him.
Yeah. I mean, he's playing against two people.
So you can really see how it's possible to win against a pro.
Yep. This is a really good showcasing of how to make that work.
Okay, so did they get the upgrade for flying? I didn't see that.
I don't think so.
Okay,
not
so
yet.
not yet. But now the difference from
They're working on it right now.
Legacy, Stormhost, and Heart of the Storm. One, you have the flying upgrade, which is, I think, a really interesting addition to the Stormhost. And two, you don't have to burrow your Stormhost to send the Locust out.
Yes. Of course, the trade-off is that they don't auto-spawn anymore, and the cooldown between waves has been doubled. But
okay, so there are the flying locusts. Okay, that was interesting. They're the flying locusts.
That was the flying locust mutiny.
Didn't want to leave the Stormhost there. Okay, come on, Locust, you can make it. Oh no, the drones! Ah, they're lining up.
Oh god.
Ah. Okay, so that was a good pickup for MMA there. And to what is that? Squirg? Yes, it is basically midnight, but this started at 2 p.m. KST, so people in Korea, they could play if they wanted. And this is, yeah, okay, so Legacy the mod. Nice. All right.
Oh my god,
so,
these...
Small Baleen Force item to the 4th, which is going to get mostly... gonna get just a... No. Thought he was gonna get some there.
You got one.
Okay.
You got an SCV.
Okay, so Stormhosts are coming up here. Now this is nice. I like this Stormhost harass better than regular, like, really annoying 2-hour Stormhost game.
Yeah, it's a great improvement to the Stormhost. The only issue I really see with it is now, just because the range on them is so huge, having Flying Locust is going to be another thing that dictates how people have to make maps. Like, you already have to adjust for force fields. Now you're going to have to adjust for Flying Locust because, I mean... Well, let's get back to the game. This is
another nice pickup for MMA to get back at all the times they Baneling exploded his SCVs.
Yep.
Okay, so we've got battle cruisers on the way. We also have an attack coming in at, I think that was the 4th?
Yes.
Okay, nothing to defend there. This is going down for sure. But the 6th, I think, is about halfway, almost done. But this is pretty not good.
They have no answer to the...
I think they lost on the Mule list.
They did.
Okay.
They have no answer to the battle cruisers because, unfortunately, Flying Locust still can't shoot up.
Yeah, and even if they're flying above the battle cruiser, they still can't shoot down onto it.
No. So it looks like we might have another base trade scenario, but... I mean, there's just no answer to the battle cruisers.
Well, MMA is almost in their production. So he's got the Thors coming up here. Once he just takes out all that production, like, they're set back, like, pretty much to the beginning of the game. Unless if they're, like, making an extra of everything. He's choosing not to go for it, though. Oh, the battle cruiser support! What a beautiful move.
So it looks like MMA is going to take another game against our Archon heroes, despite it looking very great for them.
We'll get a close-up on that SCV.
Whoops.
What are you doing? Oh.
So yeah, this is the last stand, but there is still nothing here that shoots up except that those few mutas that just... They didn't even reach their destination. Well,
that was a really well-fought game for our Archons.
Yeah, they put up a great
really good fight. See, and it's totally doable, so you can do it too.
Yep. So anyone who wants to play, just make sure to join the group Play with the Pros on the North American server. We can find room for pretty much anyone who wants to play right now. If all 30 people in here wanted to play, we could probably fit you in before the end of the night.
Surprisingly. Okay, so up next we have Mystery person and mystery person. No one's asking. So let's see. I think Soul to Take was going to go with banana.
Okay.
So just throw them in there.
So Soul to Take.
And when no one volunteers, we just start inviting people.
And banana. Oh, Whaleburger wants to join too.
All right,
Is
Whaleburger
in here. Oh my God, Max Power's in the chat.
What?
Max Power 50.
Max Power?
You have an excellent name.
The name that can be said by anyone. Okay, so they want to wait. You have banana with MMA.
Okay, Soul to Take has a friend playing with them. I guess that friend wasn't banana.
I guess not. Hopscotch is Whaleburger. I don't know who this friend is. Oh, Zero. Okay. All right, so we'll put Whaleburger in next after these guys, and we'll see if Hagium's awake. We'll just invite him and see what happens.
Where's Zero?
He's in the, or he's in the group.
Oh yeah. Okay, there we go.
Or Shahir. I need a genderless word.
They.
Yeah.
So, yep. Everyone remember, just tell your friends because we need as many people playing and watching as possible, just so we can continue doing these type of events. All the support you can give us would be great. And it looks like we're going to have a TVT, first TVT of the night.
Okay, so up next we gotta have a PvP. Oh, well, we're going to because we're gonna have hopscotch.
Max Power, the new units are definitely interesting. You're gonna. Sorry?
What a generic answer. Like,
well, I was gonna follow that up.
Okay, go ahead.
They're definitely interesting. You're gonna get to see MMA play with them in this game, most likely. He's already been using the Cyclone and the modified battle cruiser, so you get to see how the pros are using and dealing with these new units.
You also get to see ideas from the Archon players. Sometimes they're very confusing, and other times they're like really well, or happy accidents, as you call them.
Yes. So to start things off, in the top right, we've got our pro on the series, Team Acer's MMA. God, I'm so bad at that. And in the bottom left, in the blue, representing the Bacon Infinity Archons, we've got Soul to Take and Zero. Oh, I forgot to change the game sounds from like a few games ago. So we put it up a little bit. Hopefully it's better.
If it's too loud, let us know too.
Yeah, if it's just drowning us out, just let us know. Looks like a similar opening to the last game for MMA. He's probably going to get his command center up very soon. Oh no, that's a fast Reaper. Okay.
Well, that's so nice.
It's going to get a quick scout off. Our Archons are also... Oh, they're getting a Marine. And going for their gas now, but they've got a quicker command center. So we just got economy versus information going on here. And also just MMA, you know. He's got the multitasking skill to really make this Reaper worth it.
I don't know, SCV is doing a lot of work, or it was doing a lot of work.
Yes. Now, there aren't many jump-up points for a Reaper in this map. It's essentially just like here and here. So with a few Marines, they should be able to deflect this, especially since MMA is going to the wrong scout location.
That's good for them, though.
Yes. And max power, we don't have any, official support from Day 9 or anything, but if you all want to tell him about this event, we'd really like to have him on the show, or, maybe he can play with a viewer against a pro. Anything like that.
He once favorited a cat picture I sent him.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Maybe
Reaper
you
just
saw
barely
it.
gets away.
Yeah. Stupid Reaper. Yeah, more about my cat picture. It was my cat sleeping with, he was, holding a baneling. It was really cute.
Yeah, the stuffed baneling.
Yeah.
So we got Cyclones again. And then they really liking that Cyclone unit, and I don't at all blame him.
He's favoring it quite a bit, and I completely support that decision. Because it's such a good harass unit. And just to take your mind off things, maybe you forget a little bit about your macro, puts you behind. Maybe you're not watching your army, you lose your entire army, then you lose. Then you're really behind.
Yep. So we got Cyclone opening versus Triple Factory with no add-ons yet.
I wonder what they're going to do with this. Let's go.
I'm pretty curious as well. Got a reactor coming down after one Hellion. I don't exactly know what the Terran response to the Cyclone would be.
What a scan. What a scan that was. So he gets all the information.
Yeah.
Although he might not know what's going on. It's I've never really seen an opening quite like that. Or maybe I haven't. I haven't thought about it. They got a starport coming up too.
Well, this is going to be interesting. What do you think they're going to do with this?
Maybe a Hellion drop?
That's possible.
Siege tank? I don't know what they're doing.
Probably Hellion drop, because we've got all these reactors.
Well, that might not even happen if they don't take care of these Cyclones.
That's true.
So they're probably going to bank these Hellions for a bit before they engage. We're just going to go right for it. Okay, so the thing with Cyclone versus Hellion, Hellion is light. Cyclone is armored.
Yes. And, yeah, I mean, the nice thing about Hellions is they can actually catch and keep up with the Cyclones, but there just weren't enough for them to actually be able to kill any of them.
Oh, they die so fast.
Yeah, they do.
So they're getting a Banshee, which I think is a really good idea because Cloak is now just built into it. So they don't have to research it, they just... Cloak. He either has to waste a scan to kill it, or he has to leave. Wow. Wow. This is a little rough. Oh no! Oh, that tank didn't even get one shot off there. Well, I got one before.
You're so good.
Okay, so that Cyclone finally goes down. The Banshee is finally out, and Cyclone's already dead. But they can still use this Banshee for some harassment. Look how exposed the natural of MMA is.
Yeah.
Not even a Widow Mine. Well, let's turn the camera. They're doing that sneaky thing where they put the Widow Mine behind, the reactor. No, nothing there, nothing there.
Now, where is that Banshee? Did it move out?
I didn't see where it went. No, it's definitely not out. Okay, so MMA, with that pro-like intuition, starts building turrets.
Yeah, I think he did.
Did he see it? The starport?
Yeah,
he saw it. Okay, he knows everything.
Research.
Why did I ever doubt that?
Let's just see what's going on the MMA cam.
Need personal view.
Yeah. He's just, doing his macro.
Looks like he's gonna come out and
Mineral field depleted.
see if they want to play. Okay.
I don't know if they actually want to play. but I think MMA doesn't care.
Well, they need to get to kill Marines off as quick as they can because nothing else in that army shoots up.
That's true.
And then they don't even need to cloak the Banshees. Okay.
Ooh.
So he's probably going to drop to the natural, distract them there, and just elevator the rest of the guys over.
Or possibly
not
go
even,
into the...
Not even bother. Okay. So this is looking pretty bad so far, but... Okay. No, not... One tank isn't going to quite do it. A little burrow. Okay, so... Oh, that was so close. One of mine almost got burrowed to get one shot off, but not quite. So these Banshees hopefully going to get a little bit of work done, maybe clean it up.
I think this will get cleaned up, but there's still this force over here.
Yeah.
There's this coming out.
I don't even think he needs to drop again. He's probably just going to regroup his forces and walk in the front.
Yeah. I mean, he just needs to take out these three tanks, and that's really the backbone of this army.
That's not enough backbone.
No. And
so he knows exactly what's going on here.
Yeah, and he could even, if he wanted to, sneak around and just totally avoid the tanks. Go over through the hallway. Oh, he's dropping on top of them.
Okay, so this looks like the final engagement. Archons need to get more units out here. They don't need to be building more factories right now, but we have the SCV pull try and maybe somehow kill all these units. Not quite.
That is okay. A GG.
So yeah, that was a pretty clear GG there.
Showing some love to MMA.
A profession of love there.
Yeah. You know, MMA, he really is one of the most likable pro gamers.
You find him that jolly?
He's jolly. He's just a pleasant person in general.
Okay, so we go with Xenodor.
Okay.
And Hopscotch. Okay. Where is Hopscotch? I don't see Hopscotch anymore. Uh-oh.
Well, first things first, we got to get MMA back in here. Hopscotch.
Oh, okay, there's Hopscotch.
And Xenodor.
Okay, remember, if you want to play, there's still time.
Yep. Just join the group. Play with the pros on the North American server. Tell your friends to join the group. Tell your friends to watch. Tell people you don't know.
Tell people.
Yeah, just tell people.
Start, leaving notes. Like you... in bottles.
Yeah, leave notes around your school or your workplace.
School message. Okay, so the first TVP of the day. Now, I personally have not yet figured out a good counter to Cyclone as Protoss.
Yeah.
So maybe these people know.
Maybe.
Or if you know, please share that with me.
Yeah, we're crowdsourcing to the chat on this one. What do you think is the best way to deal with a Cyclone as Protoss?
With Legacy of the Void mod.
Yes.
Okay. Here we are back on Nimbus.
Yep, like usual. And for any of you wondering why we're always on Nimbus, that's because it's the only map available with Archon Mode on it. So,
it's either Nimbus or nothing.
Yeah, Nimbus or we turn the stream off. So, back again in the top right, representing Team Acer, we've got MMA. And in the bottom left are Protoss Archon heroes.
Oh, I hope they make Archons.
Hopscotch and Xenodor.
We're the worst for that. It's 2 names.
Yeah.
Is that
yeah.
Soul to take in the chat there?
Yes.
Soul to take, you did a great job. You don't need to be scared. This is just for fun. This is just to be like, hey, I played against MMA. And if you lose, that's no problem. He's a pro.
Yeah.
But if you win, well, then you're just that good.
Yep. It's really a win-win for any of our viewers. You either get to rub it in his face for the rest of eternity, or you can just say, I got to play against MMA and he beat the crap out of me.
And that's kind of like expected. He's in the round of 8.
Yeah, round of 8 of the GSL. You know, a lot of people said that MMA wasn't going to be able to compete in the GSL this season once they sort of forced everyone back into Korea, but he's really proving them all wrong. Since him and MC.
Yeah, they also said that about MC.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad MC has made it through.
Yeah, because, I mean, MMA and MC, they spent those few years just really dominating in the European scene, but once they were forced back into Korea, they just thought that they couldn't compete with people like Life and Sue, SOS, Zest, all those, really all the Kespa people.
We'll see. So it should make for some really interesting games in the GSL.
Yes. I'm quite excited. And Kurt in the chat is saying that maybe Phoenix could be the counter, but
It's too slow, yeah.
As he also noted that Cyclones can usually get out faster.
And you're right. They can. And you have to have, obviously, a minimum of 2. They have bonus against light, and the Cyclone's armored and has like 200 health.
I don't think the Cyclone actually has bonus against light.
No, I'm saying Phoenix does. Phoenix has bonus against light.
Okay.
So it's not like they're good or especially good against armored.
Yeah. It's essentially only because they can actually catch down and hunt the Cyclones.
Okay, so we have a Stargate opening. I like this choice because I love Stargates. And yeah, because I'm a terrible Protoss player and I build a ton of Void Rays, and then when I'm winning, I build a mass carrier fleet. And then I run out of minerals, and then I lose.
I thought you were going to say more Void Rays.
No.
Yeah, carriers.
No, I got 2 stages. So I'm not just a noob Protoss, I'm the ultra noob. I go carriers. Or no, that makes me good because MC went carriers.
Yes.
I'm doing the MC build. Okay. So we have I believe there's a Reaper outside the Protoss base.
Yes, it is.
That will probably just peek in there in a few minutes. That's a really nice looking line of Marines. All right, so Reaper just gets in completely uncontested. That Stalker is on coffee break. That Twilight Council that you thought was hidden, not anymore.
Nope, and neither is the Oracle. And that probe goes down.
One probe goes down.
But there's
that
not going to be an escape for that Reaper.
Very nice. So now they don't have to worry about that particular Reaper being annoying in the future. Now I'm a little bit surprised he actually let that die. But I guess he's just too good for it. He doesn't need that Reaper.
I guess. Now the Oracle could still do a decent amount of damage, but they're also going to have to defend against this drop. And I'm not sure what they actually have to deal with that. Well, they've got 1 Stalker and an Oracle. They don't even have the Mothership Core, so they can't base cannon.
So the Natural is very exposed. Even if that Stalker was in the mineral line, that's their only Stalker.
And they're not even making units.
Okay. Oh no, the Widow Mine. Okay, are they going to move the probes? Move the probes? What? Only 1 kill.
No, only
so
1.
That was really nice for the Archon. Okay, Widow Mine in the middle line here. They're going to pull the probes. Oh,
12.
Wow, what a hit. 12 probes. Now that is, even though you start with more probes, that's still quite detrimental.
Oh yeah. I mean, losing that many probes is always going to set you back.
So now, this Oracle has gotten nothing done. It has to stay at home for detection.
Yeah.
And that Widow Mine's about to go off again.
Yeah,
Is it gonna?
no.
Okay, wow. Nice
but
timing.
this one is. Oh, it already did. Okay, got 3 more kills.
That Widowmine not quite as effective as the other one.
And there is not enough energy for another revelation.
Not quite as effective as one Widowmine that I once burrowed. Okay, so they're just going to bait the Widowmine shot out, unless he's paying attention. Okay, so the rest of the probes are safe. Sacrificed one probe for the good of others.
This is the land of communist Protoss, and what is good for the colony is good for the individual.
The Mao toss.
Yes.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Oh, is he gonna get that?
Are they gonna get that? Very nice pickup.
That is a nice pickup. I mean, there's still this entire army to deal with, and what's being dropped here? Cyclones.
It looks like MMA really likes the Cyclone unit.
If I played Terran, I would too. Actually, you know what? Cyclone, I'm just gonna say this right now. I'm currently trying to switch to random, and Cyclone may or may not have something to do with that.
I thought it was because you wanted to be able to say intelligent things about all races.
Yes, and also I want to be a douchebag.
You already are. Okay. Anyway. Back to the center of this map. Protoss. Looking to find an opening.
They just don't have that much production going on right now. But they do have a gateway explosion. So any minute now they can make a lot of... Actually, no, they can't. They just don't have money. Scratch that thought.
I was really hoping they would have put down either a High Templar Archives or a robotics bay by now. Because it's quite difficult, I find at least, to deal with Terran bio without splash.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, so we've got a Cyclone drop coming up. Just for some more light harassment.
Yep, and let's see what they'll get done. He's actually gonna drop it. Okay, over here.
Well, just to avoid the cannon.
Yeah.
So you get more kills. Okay, max power, I think gold and blue. So, not rated this season yet. Nice blink up.
Yeah.
Oh, catches the dropship there. Very nice catch.
Okay, so I think that Protoss, they really need to get some splash damage going, and they actually have nothing in production. Okay,
well, they had the robotics bay finish up.
They need it like now.
Yes,
they need it like 30 seconds ago.
The realization.
This is why we need player face cams.
Yeah, we're trying to get that going, but it's difficult. So I'm guessing they're probably going to go for Colossus, although I'd really love to see someone try to use a disruptor in a large engagement like this. Normally, we have seen disruptors... Okay, well, hold that thought for a second. We've got a pretty intense engagement going on. Those Widow Mines burrowing boldly by the ramp of the Protoss. Okay, so now the third base and main of the Protoss completely separated. That third is going down.
This
game looks like it is over. Now, it's a great force field, but actually that's not a great force field because there's a hole in it.
Not quite great enough.
That's the force field I just gave.
And the realization that the wall in your house has a giant hole in it, and it let everyone inside.
Look, he's slim. He must have been working out. He's friends with Violet. They've been going to the gym together.
Yeah.
All right. Still well played by the Archons, entertaining as always, and I'm sure they had fun.
And you know what? MMA, the baller he is killing them with 137 supply and 5,000 minerals.
On 3 bases. But he has extra. He's just not using them. Oh, just for mules. Killed all his SCVs. Alright, so this is definitely the end here, but we'll just wait for them to GG out. Oh, the probes. We're making an Oracle. Come on, Oracle. No, it's not going to make it. Well, good try, though.
And that is going to
It's been
be
it.
the
It's been it for a while.
This is the game. We're just. It's going to be a true elimination. Oh God.
Well, they're going to be revealed.
Okay, that's
All right.
it.
GG. Okay, so who's going to play next? Who wants to play next?
Anyone who does want to play, just please join the group Play with the Pros on the North American server. We will fit you in, or at least we will try to. And for those of you who've been watching from the beginning, I apologize for saying that every 5 to 6 minutes.
And for those of you who have been watching since our first stream with Supernova, we apologize for Nick saying that every 5 or so minutes, but we deeply appreciate your support. Okay, Javiem's on. Let's try and throw him in there.
Okay. Is he in the chat?
No, yeah, he's in the chat right there.
Oh, yeah. Because I'm white, I was looking for an H.
Oh.
Yes, Javi, I'm with a J.
Yeah, we just decided that's how it's pronounced.
I think he
Did he
agreed.
confirm that
Yeah,
for
I think
us?
he confirmed that. Now, who's going to be playing with Javi?
Just look for green dots. Throw them in there.
Looking for who?
Green dots.
Oh,
People who are
okay.
online.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Well,
Not me, though.
I guess Xenodor is getting back in here.
Oh no, it's turning into one of those days or one of those evenings where we're gonna have 5 games played by the same people.
Okay, so Hopscotch is gonna get in here again.
Perfect. That's a spirit.
And Emmethy, we're actually going to be announcing our next episode at the end of the show, so stay tuned. It's gonna be a good one though.
Yeah, that's how we're just gonna answer your question, let you leave. You're gonna have to leave and come back or stay.
But we're not telling you when this is over.
It's only, marked on the Team Liquid calendar.
Actually, I don't think it has an end time.
Oh, really?
Anyway,
That's weird.
so getting into the next game.
Well, it's marked in the group events. So if you join the group, you can find out when the end is. No problem.
We're just gonna make you do some detective work.
Okay, so Javiem and Hopscotch going up against MC.
MMA.
Why did I say MC? Oh, I was
Same
reading
reason.
something about MC.
Same reason I kept saying parting.
You kept
last
calling
week.
MC partying.
Yeah.
You called MC partying at least 3 times last week. I've
Yes.
only called MMA MC once, and at least their names start with the same letter. Okay.
Yes. You want to do the introduction?
I can't think of another synonym for red.
That's fine.
In the red, ACER MMA, the Super Terran. And in the bottom left with the glowing green biohazard symbol, know your Wimmis, deep blue, not the computer, Javiem and Hopscotch. That may have been a bad reference.
Well, a lot of people who
I
play
think-
StarCraft enjoy chess.
I think Jaqueline would have got it. Jaqueline, if you don't answer me now, I'm going to text you in 5 minutes.
Okay, we've got some
Ooh,
examples
brick.
of synonyms.
I like that.
Yeah, Rusty, the Blood Red.
No, the brick Acer MMA.
Yeah, he's a brick house.
Brick. What was that? There's remember this pencil crayon color from when I was in elementary school? I hated the name. It was what was it? Burnt Umber or something,
Burnt
or
Umber.
Burnt Sierra or something. Yeah, Burnt Umber. Burnt Umber. Okay, so I guess MA gonna play Zerg next game, which is fine.
Yeah.
They don't have to stick to their own race. MC didn't do that either. He switched to Terran and then got beat up by a Zerg. And that's when we found out the Ravager was way too OP. I'm actually a little surprised that Probe got in there.
Yeah, me too. They didn't close up the door. But it did pay with its life to see that this command center was going down.
That's important information.
It is.
So they are not going to be expecting any kind of crazy rush. So this natural is safe-ish for a little bit.
Now, MMA is doing the same build he did last time against Protoss, just going for the fast reactor and then also the factory. Now I was thinking that fastest possible Cyclone would just be great against Protoss, but I think that the reactor is pretty much necessary in case they do go for an Oracle rush, because you need to get those Marines out quickly, otherwise you just die.
So maybe Oracle's the very weird counter to Cyclone.
Yeah, Oracle, it's the tempo counter.
I don't know, but then what kills a Cyclone?
Nothing. Then you
base race with an Oracle?
You base race with... I guess Stalkers can take on a Cyclone. You just need to have a decent amount. The VOD will be out basically as soon as we can put it out.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. We're going to be putting it on our YouTube channel.
Probably within the next, I'd say, 18 hours for sure.
Yeah.
It's like, we're going to have to sleep for a bit. And all the past VODs are on the YouTube channel. If you don't know what it is, it's linked below
in the description.
The video, yeah. So you can just see there.
God.
Oh, that Reaper just sneaks in by those Stalkers. So he scouts. The extra gateway is being put down. That the Twilight Council is researching, and that is often blink.
Yep.
But you never know. Someone might want to go charge. Okay, so that Reaper gets taken out pretty easily. But it did get all the important information.
Yes. And, we've been seeing a lot of our Protoss going blink, but this map is just really not very blink abusable. Like, there's no way you're going to make that work. All you can really do is, there and there, but...
I think they want to blink to catch the Cyclone.
That's true.
And the drops.
That's true.
It's
yeah, so it's not the bullshit blink all in. It's just it's just having blink.
It's just having bullshit.
Yep.
Okay, so we have another drop coming down to the natural now. He's done this pretty much every game. So actually, I guess he's not going to do next game unless if he gets balloon pouches with speed.
Yeah, that would be interesting. And Kurt had a response to our Cyclone question. You get a cannon and a sentry at home, and then you can delay it because Cyclones can't jump up cliffs.
That would be so stupid if they could, but okay. Very good. Oh, nice. Almost
blink,
catch. Is blink.
Oh.
Tasteless secret hallway.
7 health left.
Okay, but Blink's almost reset here.
Yeah, there we go.
Very nice. Okay.
So that was a great pickup for our Archons.
The Colossus Disruptor Den is just finishing up here. So Thermal Lance has been reduced by 1.
Yep.
So it's not quite as good, but I would still say definitely necessary.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Because, it might be down by 1, but it still gives them the ability to outrange the Marines. And also, without it, then you can't really use your Stalkers as a meat shield because I believe they have the same range.
Oh, the Stalker's just getting out there.
It's not like your Stalkers should be tanking.
Are they going to meet up here? Is he gonna have like an accidental stalker sandwich?
What is going on here? I think he's looking for a third, maybe?
With the thirds in his base. Some fancy blink micro there. They don't know about this force yet. One
No, they
Colossus and
don't.
Immortal is not quite enough. But I do believe they have a Nexus Cannon. This third is
That's
probably
gonna
gonna
have
get
to be
canceled.
Yeah. There's no way they can make that work.
Alright.
But it gives them the time to pull these back, get some zealots up to tank for the Colossus.
Okay, so there goes the Nexus Cannon.
Oh,
That
the
Colossus taking a
Colossus
lot of
lives.
damage, but
Oh,
barely stays alive. The interception by the Stalkers. Just picking off the rest of these.
well,
Okay.
doing
so
some damage. But
Not
it was
quite all of them.
deflected.
It looked scary for a second.
Yes. The attack was deflected, and that's great news for our Archons.
Okay, so the third delayed quite a bit by that.
Yeah, and the Terran third is now landed and fully saturated.
Mules included.
Yeah. Although Protoss can get away with having a slightly worse economy than Terran just because, you know, they're generally more reliant on turtling up, getting that huge splash damage death ball, and then moving out. But still, you don't want to be this far behind.
We're doing a little bit of harassment here, which is going to help them out because now the entire army of MMA is going to turn around and they're going to see it.
Yes. So that they know that they're safe for a little bit more. They're working on extra Colossus. They already have range. Getting more gateways. And most importantly, buying them time for this third base.
And Templar Archive's about to finish up. Can't wait to see those Archons.
From the Archons. It's always a great feeling when our Archons make Archons. By the way, I really loved the timing of that probe transfer. I'm not sure if you saw, but they got there like right as it was finishing.
Well, obviously they planned it that way.
Yes.
So this is a pretty scary force coming up here. The separation between the main and the third is even though they're not like restricted by creep or anything, it's still quite scary. And Storm is not done yet.
No.
So this is pretty scary. So they used the. Did they put the? They didn't put the Nexus Cannon down. I thought they had full energy on that core.
I know they had a lot of energy.
Maybe they accidentally fed back. Feedbacked it.
Can you feedback your own things?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure you can.
I was just thinking maybe they didn't want to. Maybe they were saving it for the main because the third was already low hit points by the time they got there.
Okay, Macro Factory's gonna play next with Terran.
Okay, Macro Factory.
Yep, and GG, Hopscotch and Javier. Very good.
GG.
Yeah, Macro Factory and some other person.
Oh yeah, unable to load score screen.
Well, we don't know.
Okay, so
we don't need to know.
I'm gonna tell you guys again because this is important. Tell your friends about this event if you like it. If you don't like it,
tell them anyway.
Yeah, or tell people that you don't like the event. We're fine with some negative feedback. Tell us what you want to be changed. Anything like that. Okay. So,
all right. Spoken like a true Archon player.
Spoken like a true Macro Factory.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's right. Macro Factory wants to macro. That just
happened. Macros only factories.
Yeah. So, do we have a Terran who wants to play with Macro Factory?
Hey, Terrans. You don't have to be able to play it well. We're gonna stick Javier in there again? What are we doing here?
What did Javier play? I thought it was Protoss.
Yeah, well. Okay, so let's just throw Hopscotch in there. He looks pretty excited to play. Just move it. Yeah.
Javi, we don't really know why more people don't want to play. We think it's a pretty cool idea. That's why we're doing it, but we're just hoping it catches on pretty soon. So who are we gonna get in here?
Hopscotch.
Hopscotch. And Two Soul to take. We don't really have a very effective way of advertising because, well, Reddit, you're really dependent on getting upvotes. We post on Team Liquid. It's being hosted on their front page right now in their calendar thing, showing that the event's going on. But we're really reliant on all of you telling people about the event.
Word of mouth is a type of advertising that is far superior to anything you can buy. So, yeah, help us out.
Yeah.
Like, we tweet about it. Like, as soon as we get someone lined up, we tweet about it, like, pretty much every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we, if they are in a team, then we often get the team Twitter
the team
to retweet it.
Or to send out their own. But okay, Kurt wants everyone to go ladder 4v4 and tell their opponents and teammates.
All right, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's
we could definitely stream that sometime. Just us advertising, shameless advertisement.
Oh, MMA's playing Zerg.
I know. Okay, let me do this intro.
Okay.
All right, do a close up on the hatchery. I'm weirded out because he's playing Zerg. So in the bottom right hand corner, we have the brick. MMA, the Zerg. I like that, the brick. That's good. Yeah. Synonyms for blue. Ready. Go. How many nanometers is that? Anybody? Anyone with the nanometers on that? 480 maybe? Anyone? Okay, we're just going to go with that. And in the top left-hand corner, our Terran Archon, approximately 480 nanometers. Oh yeah, Microfactory and Hopscotch. Man, I gotta work on that.
And for the nanometers joke, I believe that's the color frequency.
Yes, this visible light.
Okay. Susan is a scientist. I am not.
I'm gonna source that to Jaqueline. Did I guess those nanometers right? Can't remember.
So we got fairly greedy build from MMA going hatch into multiple drones into pool. Not quite as greedy as the triple hatch, but it's very difficult to make that work against a Terran, especially if they make a Reaper. And especially if you have one person microing the Reaper.
Can you imagine MMA just goes like mass speed links and just rips them up? That'd be hilarious.
Jaqueline says she doesn't know because she wants to be scientist, not is scientist.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just like a friggin', what do you call it? Factoid.
Factoid?
A factoid.
Ooh, not just a fact and not just a toid.
Okay, we have Nemesis and Xenodorn X after this, and then we can maybe fit in one or two more.
We will see.
And then we call him again and ask him very simple questions. If you want us to ask him a question, like a simple question, not like, do you think the velocity of a piece of cheese can reach greater than 500 meters per second? Don't ask something like that. That's crazy, first of all. Oh, wow. 480. I was right.
Okay.
Very good.
And yeah, so if you have some questions to ask MMA, just type them in the chat. We'll ask him after the event's over, assuming we can get him back into a Skype call. And
maybe we can just convince him to turn on his webcam and give us a smile.
maybe.
Hey, okay. I know this has nothing to do with MMA, but on a previous episode, we had Hydra on, and we were looking for a picture of him to put up in the thread, and there's only one picture of Hydra. It's of him like looking upwards in the CJ Entis uniform. And I saw a tweet about him, I think like last week, and guess what? It was that picture. He's not even on that team anymore.
Nope. But in our stream, we managed to get him to smile on webcam in a really great picture, or in a really great image,
and we took
a screenshot.
A creepy screenshot.
Yeah, because we are creepy.
That's what we do. That's why a lot of people don't talk to us. Okay, so back to this game. So from our Archon players, we got some Widow Mines coming up. Probably going to do a drop in the natural once this medevac comes out.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to ignore the game for one more second.
Okay.
I have a question for the chat. We've heard a few comments about our times being, unfortunate, like bad times for hosting an event. So I want you all to tell me what times...
Us.
Yeah, us. Tell us what times you think would be great to have this event going. So we want to make it as accessible as possible.
Oh, is that balloon speed or balloon pouches?
That is balloon pouches.
Balloon satchels. Oh, is he going to do a lurker drop? That's the thing, right?
That is a thing.
I don't think no Hydroden yet.
No. The timing would be off.
Oh.
It's probably just a roach drop. Maybe a Ravager drop.
Interesting. Maybe. So the third's a little bit later than I thought, but okay, we got a drop coming down at the natural, which is largely exposed and also has the lair. Okay, so not much damage done there, but the potential is still great because in that position you can have siege tanks and just fly over a little bit with your medevac.
Yeah, to give them the vision.
Yeah. And then when they run back, you can just pick up your sieged up siege tank.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry. Balloons are overlords.
No, I did that.
It's just it's kind of just a thing we say. We sort of forget that we're talking to other people on the internet.
Yeah, because I started playing StarCraft about a year and a few months ago, and when I was learning, Nick was trying to teach me all little units and like all weird names, and I'm like, what's a stalker? Immortal. And I'm like, what's that stupid thing floating over your base? It's like a balloon. And I just kept calling it balloon, and whenever we refer to it now, it's balloon. But
oh, that is so many Ravagers.
I've been practicing a lot even before we started this series to not say balloon. The other one I might say is babies. And it refers to either Zerglings or Banelings. So
I mean,
I haven't done that one at all yet.
For babies, just imagine the Carbot Zergling. It's just, a cute little thing that you would keep at your house as maybe a pet. It's like your baby.
Yeah, it's like your fur baby. Okay, so we've got a lot of Ravagers up here. The nice thing about Ravagers is you can just shoot those Widow Mines down without even having to scan them.
And Kurt, we would love to have you in the game, so hopefully your friend shows up.
Oh, nice hits on those Widow Mines. The Ravager's a great zoning unit.
Yeah.
Oh my, that's a nice hit. For Ravagers, at least. I mean,
Yes.
if you saw the... What is it? Show matches! At BlizzCon.
Oh, yes. With
Jaedong.
Thinking of Jaedong's hits?
Yeah, with Jaedong.
Oh, Jaedong. if you haven't seen the show matches at BlizzCon, and I'm not sure if there is a way to view it anymore, but it was a really great showing of. It was the first showing of the Legacy of the Void mod, and Jaedong had a really terrible time landing his Ravager hits, and they actually interviewed him about it at the end of the game, and his I believe his explanation was that he's really bad.
Something like that. It was like, so you didn't hit get any of the Ravager hits. He was just, yeah, ha ha ha. Okay, so all those Ravagers got cleaned up quite quickly. Now I'm a little worried for MMA because the Archon has another CC already or almost ready to go. MMA has just started his fourth, and normally a Zerg, you want to be a base ahead. He's also not yet made use of the Overlord pouches. Got it.
Nailed it. So, I mean, this is a fairly large line of creep that's just not being used at the moment.
Oh, those poor Zerglings. Okay. Oh,
16 kills and 14 kills.
I'm not sure what those kills were. That's still a lot of kills.
They were definitely units, I can tell you that.
Thanks for that great commentary.
Yes, and losing that many units, no matter what they are, is never a good thing.
Okay, so the fourth base for our Archon is just getting set up now. It's pretty much ready to go. Now, MMA still going with the Ravagers. You know what? I bet he talked to MC, and MC was like, look, Ravager, it's way OP. You should play Zerg. Okay, so he's not reacting to this drop quite yet, and it's probably because of the massive Ravagers. No, wait, he's microing his Ravagers towards our Terran Archon.
Oh, that positioning is so good. They can't even kill that single Marine. Okay, they lost one.
Okay, and now they're all gonna die pretty much because the medevac got killed. So he still has not made use of the Overlord satchels. So that may have been a mistake. Okay.
Yes, MMA is playing Zerg this game because he wanted to abuse Imba Ravagers, and look how well that's going for him.
Yeah, last episode, MC played Terran for a game and lost to a Zerg Grandmaster Panda Bear Me, and just decided, Ravagers, way OP. So I'm getting a little worried for MMA here, because he's basically only got Ravagers and Zerglings. Look at the amount of Widow Mines that are on the field. Okay, that is very annoying. But the Terran Archon has more than enough to take care of that.
But does he have the time to take care of that? They're going to do a lot of damage. Actually, not
quite as much as he would have liked.
The SCV pull was good.
But what this does for him is now he can try and catch up with his economy. Although our Terran Archon, has also put down a fifth base and getting 3-3. Well, they're trying to put down a fifth base. Isn't that cute? How cute. He just needs to tickle that little changeling there. Nope.
I don't think they've realized that it hasn't landed.
Oh, there we go. They tickled it. And it giggled. Did you hear it? I did.
Look at that ridge.
Okay.
Having a great time in there.
We have Hydralisk and Spire coming up now. So I'd really like to see him make use of Lurkers to help with the mass Bioforce. Like, Lurkers, they just ruin it. What a nice hit. Getting that medevac. Okay.
As a Zerg player, I can admit that there's not many things that are more satisfying than killing a full medevac.
Okay, so we have a small harassment force coming down to which was what was once the third,
Yes.
now completely deflected.
Oh, welcome, Wheeler. We'll have you and Kurt in for the next game.
Actually, I told Xenodor and Nemesis. We'll get them in for the
Okay.
last one.
Okay. Yep. You will be in for the last game of the day.
Okay. That hatchery is so low. Yeah, I'm pretty sure MMA took some strategy from Hyun and or MC.
Or both.
Yeah, both.
the
Oh, look at
hits.
those. Those are nice Ravager zoning and just hits in general. Okay. That's really, really nice hits there. Like, those are not easy to aim.
No. The Ravager does, I've mentioned this in the past, but the Ravager does have some very cool micro strategies and then counter micro that you can do. That's one thing I do love about the unit.
This is really nice play with the Ravager, but it's not going to be enough, in my opinion. Like, look at the mini map.
Yeah.
Not only is this base is going down, and there are 1, 2, 3, I can't count, 6 Terran bases on the map. Macro Factory is a factory of macro. It's crazy. Macro Factory is serious macro. It's true.
Yes, he is a serious macro factory.
So 2 hatches going down. This is really, really bad. This is a bad spot. You do not want to be in this position. That is just not enough mutas. 6 Mutalisk or 9 Mutalisk, not good enough.
Oops.
And even if they had nothing that shot up, they could easily tech switch into just mass Vikings. Like, look at their bank real quick. Oh, those meters are totally dead. Okay, well, I guess they must have spent a bunch of minerals, but...
Kurt, you will be in the game after the next one. So, it will likely be the last game of the day.
Yeah, probably will. Okay, so... little engagement there. We got the Muta Flock ready to harass that base. Or not.
Oh, we got lurkers.
Okay, so this might be the turnaround point for MMA.
Lurkers.
If our Terran Archon is not careful. Lurkers against Bio, really, really good. I'm very worried for MMA since look, he has what, 1 mining base and a second that is building.
Yes.
Just finished.
Oh, well, this one is still
barely up.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
so
this
engagement.
One has a single mineral patch.
We have an engagement down by the 4th. It's going to get cleaned up quite easily. And a large Terran force coming down in the center. But there are the lurkers that we're talking about. Look at the damage.
That took out like half the army without any losses.
So now they've got to answer for that. So this is far from over. That was a really nice Ravager turret again.
Mm-hmm.
Still could be anyone's game. And no use of Overlord satchels.
Nope. But he could do the lurker drop now.
Yeah, 24-minute lurker drop. Okay. So we're going to burrow the lurkers real quick. Right underneath all of that Terran. And there you go. Now it's all dead. Even the medevacs. Those 4 Widow Mines just managed to slip through. Okay. So our Terran Archon's going to come down and harass one of the few mining bases for MMA, which is a really great idea because if he can't mine, he can't make anything.
Yep.
And you just kill off his things and you win.
MMA does have a lot of gas, so he could potentially go for a like he already has the mutas, but he could go for a larger muta transition. But it looks like our Archon Terrans are just trying to starve out MMA using their multiple, using their huge ability to multitask since they have 2 people.
Yeah, this is when Archon becomes really, really nice. So MMA trying to take that far left-hand base, but it's really close to the Terran. Like, you can see how the map, you can see the symmetry of the map.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like getting really close to the border, just spilling into each other's theoretically defined territory. So the large Terran army coming up from behind. Now they're choosing not to engage there. They probably saw, I guess, a burrowed lurker. They're gonna pick that one up really quick. Now, I would really like to see them make at least 1 or 2 ravens.
Yeah. I'd
Just to
actually
help.
like to see them switch into mech.
Yes, that would also be something really nice to see.
I know it'll be difficult because they've been getting their bio upgrades, but it's just that lurkers, I mean, unless you're a god at your splitting, they just shut down bio so hard.
That was a great shot to
Exactly.
see that in action.
Just one misstep and you lost half your army.
But the bottom left-hand base that MMA had taken is now dead.
And they're actually going to claim it for themselves, although those 3 mutalisks will... Oh, never mind.
But the changelings, they're still on duty. Okay, that's maybe a misrallied medevac there.
I don't know if the changelings are going to see it.
Oh, yeah, they saw
yeah,
it.
they do.
Okay. So it looks like they're going to come up and try and take out this base now. One of the few mining bases for MMA. Those lurkers are destroying the bio. Okay. Looks like they're going to just target down this base real quick. Change your mind. It's fine. Pardon me. But they're doing another information gather in the bottom left.
Yeah, our Terrans are either going to have to get faster on their reactions or make that Raven you were talking about or do the transition into mech.
And they should just probably go through mech. They're getting +3 for it already.
Oh, yeah. But they're not making any mech units, which is the real issue.
Well, they're making more factories.
Yes. Well, hopefully they have time to actually get to that point.
Okay, so this base goes down. This was an important base, as we've specified before. But the bases in the bottom left hand for our Terran Archon are also moving out of harm's way from the Zerg or from MMA. But I still think MMA is in a bit of a dire situation since Terran now has a top right hand base mining, and they're going to take even like the very top right hand corner to mine as well. And they don't need to SCV transfer, they just fill it with mules.
Yep, mule it up. And in the chat, why do they never scan to kill the lurkers? We just don't know. We just don't know.
Yeah, so the Terran in this game is actually the Archon. MMA is playing Zerg. In case if you missed that.
Oh, yes. MMA, the Zerg. That Zergling just really wants to be a lurker.
That Zergling is like, I wanted to turn into a lurker when I grew up. Not fair. A decoy command center. Quick, drop all the mules. No, whatever. So that wouldn't mind. It did hit, but it doesn't completely kill the the Mutalisk.
Oh my god, is that... Oh, they had SCVs repairing. I thought it may have been able to keep the command center alive.
It's gonna be going on a lot longer than I thought I was gonna.
Yeah.
But MMA is starting to make a push back. He's taking the part of the map back here. And really the turnaround was when he decided to get lurkers.
Yeah. The lurkers have done a serious amount of work in this game. All of those ones were around 17 kills each. There are some that have already gone down that had a very high kill count. There are more coming up.
Another important base goes down for MMA, but an important base for our Terran Archon also goes down. But they're just going to float another command center over there. So the base in the bottom left, more than likely, also completely dead. And with those two bases down, they're just... Oh, that's so cute. Burrowing the drones like that. You can see the one that has minerals in his mouth. Look at that.
Oh,
Yeah. So now MMA has one mining base left and is in the top right-hand corner, just underneath the very corner. And our Terran Archon is getting pushed back to the left, top left hand. They might... I don't think they have a good enough answer for the Mutas. They just... I mean, yeah, Bio's great against them, but the Mutas are so fast, and they just can zip around the map, and MMA is right. That supply is very weird. It's definitely not 11 out of 200. He broke the game.
MMA might have overmaxed somehow. I think...
Did he break the game? What did he do?
Archon mode may be glitched at the moment. I don't know what happened. But, like, MMA has a fairly large force and certainly more than 21 supply.
Yeah, I wonder if they... I wonder if it did get glitched.
Well, it's definitely glitched, but the big question is if
he
he's been able to
overmaxed?
overmax.
Yeah. Okay, so the medevac count has been reset one too many times, and the Terran hero... GG's.
Yes, that will be a GG, and you know what? Despite the fact that our Archons lost that game, I really like the way they played it. They had a huge advantage in the mid game when they were doing all those drops and counterattacks.
Okay, so we promised 2 more games, so we'll probably have to give them extra money. Okay, so we've got Nemesis and Xenodor next. When did Mongoose get in the chat?
I'm not sure.
I remember putting this name down, but I think they may have came too late.
Okay, well, we'll definitely get at least one more game in here. I'm asking MMA if he's able to stay a little bit later.
We'll ask him if he can stay so that we can get everybody in, especially Mongoose, because I remember writing that name down. When is our next one? Next Saturday? I don't know. It's sometime. I can't remember. Nick knows though.
I believe it's next Saturday. Yes, next Saturday. So who are we getting in here?
Nemesis and Xenodor.
Should we get Mongoose in here too then? Since we did promise them. What if we
Sure.
get all the people in for this one?
All of them?
All the people we
Can
promised.
we get all 5?
Let's see. Make myself a referee.
Yeah, you can get all 5 in there. Okay, shove them all in.
Okay, so
Okay.
Xenodor.
So yeah, Xenodor, Nemesis, Mongoose, Kurt, and Kurt's friend.
Where's Kurt and Kurt's friend?
I'm not sure. Kurt and Kurt's friend. What are your StarCraft character names?
Okay, they are coming.
Okay. So because we are short on time, we're just going to put a crazy 5-person team in. This is the first time we've had a 5-person team. Yeah, but Macro Factory, you really do macro like a factory. It's crazy. You factory macro. What?
Okay, Kurt
Getting
Wheeler.
confusing.
And what was his friend? Or their friend?
Brian.
They're
They're going to invite.
Yes.
Okay, so just type to them in the lobby, or hopefully they're listening. In the early game, you really badly need to communicate. It is so important. If you don't, then playing in Archon mode makes it unnecessarily difficult. That's a spectate request. We generally don't put in more than just Nick.
Pardon? Oh, we'll
That's
put
just
him.
Banana.
We'll put him in. It's the
Hilarious
last game of the
name.
night.
Okay. And yeah, it is like 5 people controlling one base. Okay. So remember, you badly need to communicate. So important, guys. But if you make it to like 20 minutes in, think of all the crazy stuff you can do. I think we're gonna have to extra compensate him anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
This headset's nice, by the way. Or these headphones are nice.
I do like them. Except, well, okay, oh wait, it doesn't matter because we got more Protoss votes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so for our last game of the night, we're going to have a 5-on-1, and this should get interesting.
This is an Archon Series first. We've had 4-on-1, but we've never had 5-on-1.
And we will admit this gets very difficult for the Archon team because, I mean, what do you do at the beginning of a game? You make like your first probes. That's about it.
Micros 2 probes.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's really about coordinating who's doing what so you don't get supply blocked on 10 or whatever, supply blocked on 14.
So you don't accidentally cancel a Nexus.
Yeah.
so you don't accidentally make 2 cybernetics cores.
So in the last game of the night, in the top left and in the blue, we have our guest pro representing Team Acer MMA.
Woo!
And in the bottom right, in the brick red, we've got our 5-person team, which I cannot possibly remember.
Brick toss.
Brick toss. Okay, so we need Xenodor. We have Xenodor, Mongoose, Nemesis, Kurt Wheeler, and Brian.
Woo! And we have a spectator, Banana.
Yes.
Yay, spectator. Okay, anyway. So, Emmy's gonna get a quick hatch. Nice and greedy. Very good. I like that.
Oh, there are so many people. I don't know if I can even keep the production tab open. That's taking up half the screen.
Halfway across the screen, you're like, why is there a tiny warp gate icon there? Alright, so far they seem to be doing okay. No one's canceled the gateway.
Yeah.
And no one's built 2 cybernetics cores. They're coordinated putting a nexus down. Okay, good start.
And we just got some happy people, which I'm glad about. As long as everyone's enjoying the event, we will continue to put these on. But like we were saying earlier, please just help us out with some grassroots promotion. Tell your friends. You can tweet about it using the hashtag Archon Super Series, or you can tweet us at bacon_infinity. And yeah, any help you can do getting some more people into the Archon Super Series would be great. Tweet at your favorite pros, telling them to join. Tweet at your friends, telling them to play against the pros. You know, any help you can give us, we'd really appreciate it.
Tweet at people you hate, telling them they're not good enough to play against them.
Yep.
Okay, so we got a quick third hatch. Almost done. I guess approximately 2/3 done.
Yep.
For MMA. I hope he's going to get some bonus queens. Only 2 in production at this time. Because, like, I often cannot stress this enough. You really need to connect the creep on that base.
Yes, you do. The creep spread from the main to the third is actually a huge benefit to have. But he is going for the mass queen opening, going straight up to, I believe, 5 queens.
Yeah,
going to be 5 queens, and that's really going to let him get his creep spread going, get all his injects. MMA's got a little drone issue over here.
Pros do it too.
Yep.
It happens. No big deal. But the extra queens are also vital for just that early game defense.
Yes.
They help out so much. And transfuse, like, OP.
Yeah. Transfuse is a pretty great ability. Now, do you think we're going to see some Ravagers? Because I think we're going to see some Ravagers.
I will bet you... $12.
$12?
No. $16.
$16?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if I would take that bet right now, because I'm fairly certain we're going to see Ravagers.
And you don't want to lose $16. Where's that probe going?
That probe
is... It's just a scouting probe, not a shady probe.
Let's see. Yep.
Okay, so he's got his creep spread, connecting his third and main fairly well. Unfortunately, that probe gets nothing scouted. Except for the third.
Really great creep spread.
He saw some beautiful creep spread. Like, oh, wow, I should take a screenshot. That Overlord sees more than any Protoss would have wanted.
Yeah, saw the blink, saw the gateway explosion. Now, we might have our Archons each controlling a single blink stalker for maximal micro.
I don't even know what to say about that. I would love that. If they get, let's see, they have 5 people. So they need at least one person on macro.
Yep, so 4 blink stalkers.
So each person could get like 5 stalkers each. So that's 20 stalkers, and you can micro those really well.
Yeah, you can micro your heart out.
They do have 1 sentry as well. And Ravager's, that spell, it breaks the force field. So sentry not as useful as it used to be.
No, still a pretty great unit, but just allowing some counterplay to the force field, because up to this point, it's just like they throw down a force field and that's it. You can't do anything.
You just turn around and then half of your roaches get caught and die anyway.
Yeah.
So it really puts another element of depth to it. Okay, so we have the
He trapped his probe.
Oh, okay. So we have the aggressive pylon, which is going to be spotted real quick, which is unfortunate.
But at least it was before it finished, so they can get that cancel off.
And put their aggressive pylon in a different location.
Yep.
They have stalkers and I think a couple zealots and 1 sentry in the retreating from the center.
Yep.
They also have charge on the way. I like this. I really like charge. I really like charge.
Certainly a nice upgrade. They waited a really long time to get that mothership core.
Well, maybe they're just that good.
Maybe. But now they're going to have to deal with this roach push without any base cannon.
Well, one immortal. Not immortal.
Yes.
Now, immortals have been changed too. You have an active ability. It's like barrier. And it gives you 200 hit point worth of shield.
I believe they actually just changed it. Oh, no, it hasn't been updated on here yet. But in the official Blizzard patch, they changed it to a 100 hit point shield.
Okay. So that was, I think, just a few days ago?
Yes, yesterday.
Oh,
actually.
those Ravager hits. Just tore apart the sentries.
Now, I'm not sure if MMA didn't remember that he can break force fields with the Ravager, or if he just didn't care. But I guess it doesn't matter.
ACER MMA don't care.
Oh my god, that's many roaches.
That's a lot of roaches. A 4 base MMA versus 2 base Protoss.
It's almost maxed.
This is not a very good situation. And I just want to give an acknowledgement to... I can't read that.
Javi?
Oh, Javi?
Yeah.
I'm really glad you like it. That was a really bad...
I don't think MMA remembers that you can break force fields.
No,
with
I don't
the
think so
Ravager.
either.
But
Mass Ravager Transform.
I'm just thinking, like, I mean, dealing with the 11-minute Roach Max was annoying enough, but now you add to the fact that it's Roach Ravager and it hits even faster because you start with more workers. This is going to be a really annoying push for Protoss to deal with. This is going to be a really annoying push for
anyone to deal with.
Yeah.
All those Ravager shots taking out a couple probes there. And we're going to have them GG out. And the acknowledgement from the pro himself. Better. Whoa! Was that a pun? Beautiful. Okay. So good games, everyone.
Yep. Thanks everyone for watching and playing.
And of course, we deeply appreciate your continued loyalty and any help you can give us by watching our stream, telling your friends, family, Random people.
Neighbors.
Yeah, okay, neighbors.
That person you see at the grocery store and you're not sure if they actually play games or not, but they look like they might.
GG. Okay, so let's see if we can get him in a quick call here.
Yep, we're just gonna try and call MMA.
Remember, if you have any questions. Oh, did you put our faces back on?
No, not yet. There we go.
What a terrible idea.
So we're just gonna try to get MMA in here.
Try to get him to. No, he doesn't want to call. Did he hang up on us? No, he didn't hang up on us. Okay.
And while we're waiting, we'll just reveal the info about our next show.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be next Saturday at the I believe from 11 p.m. Eastern time until 1 a.m. Eastern time on next Saturday, the 21st. No. Yeah, Saturday the 21st. That's right. That is correct.
Okay.
Oh, and I didn't reveal who our guest is going to be. Our guest is going to be former GSL champion playing for Team Dignitas, Seed.
How do you spell Dignitas?
I'll tell you later. We'll set that up later.
I'll make the event later. So if you join the group, I just put the event up and then you don't need to remember. It's like, hey, it's happening now. Come play. Tell me want to see his beautiful face.
So yeah, we're still just trying to get MMA in here. But yeah, so next weekend we have Seed coming on the show, and he's going to we're going to have some more great games.
Own.
Yep, Seed's going to own, former GSL champion. And yeah, come watch. Tell your friends. We'll have another sign up on Reddit and Team Liquid, but as always, you can just show up and watch or play.
More than likely, there's going to be no one that wants to play. So you just show up. We just throw you in there.
Hello?
Hello.
I am MMA. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have some questions from the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so someone wants to know what your secret is, why you're so awesome, and how they can become awesome like you.
Because I am an MMA.
Okay, so to become as awesome as you, they have to be MMA.
Sorry?
So to be as awesome as you, they have to be you.
Sorry, I don't understand.
That's okay. So unless they're MMA, they can't be MMA.
Yes.
Okay, very good. And
how easy was that?
Okay, how is that?
How easy?
How easy were the games?
Just easy.
Just easy.
Just easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Wow, that's so decisive. Ooh, shouldn't have said decisive. Okay.
Okay, and another question we have is, What is your favorite new unit in Legacy of the Void?
Cyclone.
Cyclone. And
Yeah.
why do you like that one?
Cyclone is strong, but I think Cyclone need buff our speed.
It needs a speed buff.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow, I'll never be able to beat that. Okay.
Okay, and well, this last one, someone just has a comment. They say that you should have been world champion last year instead of life. So yeah, just some great support from your fans in the chat. So
And
go
ahead.
No, I was just gonna sign off.
You should take MC out for Korean barbecue.
Of course.
He recommended that we ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so take him out for some Korean barbecue.
Yeah, of course. I'll buy Korean BBQ to MC.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, do that tonight.
Send us a picture.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, so thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Enjoy your dinner.
Yep. Bye.
Okay, so there you have it. The laughing, delightful ACER MMA.
Yep. And
gonna go have some dinner.
Yep, gonna have some Korean barbecue with MC. So thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure to drop us a follow on Twitch or Twitter to know what's going on with our future events. We actually have Archon series events lined up for the next month, and it's gonna be really great. So yeah, we've got the pros lined up. You just need to show up. It's gonna be once a weekend, and we'll announce the next week's pro at the end of each week.
We are going to put these up on YouTube.
Yes.
And if you win, we cut it so that it's just that game, and then you can watch yourself win over and over and over again.
Yep. And show it to your friends.
Yeah.
Or your mom.
Yeah, show it to your mom.
Okay, so thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.